Aditya, where you at? Come on the stage. Guys, welcome to Aditya.
Keep it going for Malik, everybody. Come on. Keep it going for Malik. He's doing a great job. You guys are a pretty decent audience as well. I'm gonna take this off.
Woo!
Because let me do what I'm supposed to do. Yeah? Okay. Yeah. See that? Alright, so my name is Adi, like Adidas. Thought I'll get more of a laugh. It's an expensive joke. So I bought this tracksuit in order to blend in Poland. Then I forgot that I'm brown. Yeah. So guys, my name's actually Aditya. I'm from Bombay. I'm Indian. And I'm the worst Indian ever. I'm self-proclaimed, yeah? Because I wear glasses, and sorry, I don't work in IT. I'm not a doctor, not an engineer. I don't work for Uber Eats. Yeah, really disappointing. And apparently, I don't have a typical Indian accent as well. But I will shake my head once in a while for you guys. Gotta do that. That's the right thing to do. I bloody love being in Poland. I mean, isn't it amazing? Look at the weather. It's beautiful. I'm a bit sarcastic. We don't have this thing that you call autumn back in Bombay. We don't have that. And I love autumn, right? I really love it because it just makes me so much more comfortable in Poland because there's just more brown around. Yeah, let that sink in. I love it here because it's the first time in my life, first time ever, that I feel special. I stand out in a crowd. Yeah, and I'm like, this is what Mom was talking about. I am special. And it's great because, Polish babies, they love me. Absolutely love me. Every time a baby sees me, it just becomes happy. If baby's crying, he's going to stop crying and he's going to start laughing. I've been to a couple of Polish weddings, there are babies there, they all want to hang out with me. And then my Polish friend deciphered it. She's like, hey, Adi, I get it. I finally got it. Polish babies like you because you look like milk chocolate. I said, duh. And I've been in Poland for long enough now that I'm turning into a Bounty candy bar. He got that, he gets it. You know, brown on the outside, white on the inside. But apparently, dogs also like it. Yes, yeah, you got it, yeah. But Polish racism is a little weird, yeah? Because it's, nobody tells you anything. Like, I don't know Polish anyway, so if they say something, I don't get it. But apparently there's this word called chapate. So fucking stupid. Because chapati in Hindi means bread. I'm like, guys, listen, first rule of being a racist. If you're gonna come up with a racist slur, it has to be offensive. Not funny. You say chapati to an Indian guy, he's just gonna think you want some food and you're a homeless person. And he's like, okay, I'm sorry, there is no Indian restaurant open right now, but I can buy you some KFC, is that okay? Doesn't make any sense whatsoever. But dogs, right? So my boss has a dog, he brings a dog to office every day. It's a beautiful dog, it's a Rhodesian Ridgeback from South Africa. It's a South African breed, do you guys know the dog? You guys know this dog? It's a beautiful dog, it's a brown dog, and it loves me. And I'm the only other person apart from my boss that this dog likes in office, and he hangs out and he's sleeping under my desk. And everyone's like, come on, why could this dog like you? Is it because you're brown? It's like, no, you fucking idiot. It's because he's also from the Commonwealth. Gets it, he's an intelligent fella. Dobre pies. So, being in Poland is a little difficult. Yeah, I've been here for 2.5 years now. I feel like I've survived. It's like I've won Survivor Kraków. Yeah, quite fucking great. So there was some Indians here, by the way, earlier, but they left because it is too cold. Bunch of pussies. That guy was from North India. It's fucking cold there. In Bombay, we have only two kinds of weather. It's hot and wet. Okay? Because you guys have this little bit of rain, and the government sends you a goddamn message. Stay indoors, don't stand under the trees, and don't get out of the house if you don't have to. I'm like, come on. You bunch of pussies. We don't get any SMSs back in India like that. In Bombay, there's something called as monsoon. You guys have no idea what rain is. If you get out of the house and if the water hasn't reached your balls, you still have to go to work. And a natural calamity, you don't get any messages either. I mean, some shit's going on, you just get out of the house. Okay, there are less than 1,000 people on the street. Something's wrong, let's go home. Basic shit, guys, come on. So I'll tell all the Polish people all the time, right? This is basically gonna be my Polish superhero costume. How many Polish people in the crowd here? Yeah? Polish people, how many Polish people? Yeah, so I introduced myself. So basically it's gonna be my Polish superhero costume. Eventually they're gonna make a movie on me, and my name's gonna be Brązowy Janusz. That's what I say. And they love it, they fucking love it. So I say, jestem Brązowy Janusz, jestem z Indii, ale moja wątroba jest Polakiem. I'm learning. It is. I've had a lot of alcohol here. I had more alcohol in Poland in my first 6 months than my entire life put together. That's what happens. So talking about food, right? The thing is, this other day in my office, this guy got this thing. It's this Trinidad scorpion. You know what that is? You guys know what a Trinidad scorpion is? It's the second hottest chili pepper in the world. The second hottest. And of course he comes to me. I'm like, hey, you're Indian, come on, eat this. I'm like, oh, fuck me. So I had to eat it for the honor of my people. I ate the whole damn chili. And you know what they say about Indian food, right? You enjoy Indian food twice. I enjoyed this goddamn chili 15 times. And that's when I realized my stomach is also Polish. I've been eating way too much pierogi and less curry, basically. And talking about food, what's up with this Uber Eats guys, right? I don't know why they're all Indian. I don't get it. I just don't get it. And the thing is, Uber knows. You guys don't think Uber knows? They fucking know. Every time I used to order food from Uber Eats, I used to get a Polish guy. Or a Ukrainian guy. Every time my Polish friend ordered food, he used to get an Indian guy. And I'm like, do they know that I'm Indian? They don't want to send another Indian? And like, oh, don't get them together, man. They're going to like start a union or something. What? Come on. And then one day, of course, one day I got an Indian guy. And then I understood why. And he just started talking to me. He sees me and like, wow, you're from India. Where you from? Oh, where your parents from? Oh, did your grandfathers go to the same school? I'm like, listen, man, there's 1.3 billion of us, okay, man? It's not a big deal if you see another one of us. Just give me my chicken tikka and leave. I mean, it's basic. It's just fucking basic. And the thing is, Indians. Okay, this is just me. I don't know, but a lot of other Indians. Like, I didn't come 6,000 kilometers away to watch other Indians and hang out with other Indians. That's not why I came here. And we know how to recognize other Indians, okay? Because, you know, it can somehow confuse an Indian person to be, I don't know, Latino, like any brown person, Arabic, Middle Eastern, North African, whatever. We're kind of all brown, so people can confuse us. But people stare at you in Poland, right? Everybody does. But other Indians stare at other Indians way more. Trust me. If the other guy was here, he would know exactly what I'm talking about. Because you're walking in the Reneg, you're taking a stroll, white people around, you're comfortable, everything's good. And then suddenly you see this brown guy, and you make eye contact with this brown guy. And he's looking at you, and you're looking at him, and I'm like, holy son of a bitch, how the hell did he get here? This is my fucking area, man. And then you want to figure out and make sure that this guy is Indian and he's not Latin or Arabic or some shit, so you look at him, he looks at you, you look at him, and then you shake your head a little bit. And then he shakes his head as well. I'm like, oh, let's get the fuck out of here. And then we walk the other direction. It's basically how we do it. But Polish people also have a bunch of issues, you know?
No way.
Really? I mean, one thing I realized after coming to Poland is something unusual. I didn't think this was going to happen. Polish people are quite punctual. You guys are pretty punctual. I mean, compared to Indians and Spanish people, of course. Says the Ukrainian. Okay, cool. You guys are punctual, and I'm like, how the fuck is Polish people become punctual? Oh yeah, I remember, the Germans have been here. I mean, you guys took at least, I mean, come on. You guys took something nice from Germany, apart from Wrocław, right? I have to say that, sorry, Jim. Oh, Jim's American, so okay. Where's everybody from, here, by the way? Where's everybody from? I want to know, let's do continents. Because it's Europe, I don't want to know countries. How many people from Europe? How many people from
Raz,
Asia.
2, 3, 4, 5. Proszę sobie przejść.
Jakbyś mógł jeszcze piątkę miał zmienić 2, 2, 1?
Yeah? How many people from Africa? Anybody from Africa?
Chyba same jedynki.
Nobody here from Africa. I was performing at TEDx the other day and I asked the same question. And I said, is there anybody from Africa? And then this white guy raises his hand. And I'm like, okay, really, you're from Africa? Yeah, I'm from South Africa. Like, yeah, sure. This is so fucking typical of Poland, right? Even the Africans are white here. This is how it works. So Polish people, what the fuck is wrong with you guys? Yeah, look at you. Are you Polish or are you adopted? What the fuck's going on? It's 7 degrees. Really? Were you born here? Did you get the DNA test? You complain a lot, don't you? You do complain a lot, yeah? Mm-hmm. That's gonna be my superpower when I become the Polish superhero. Brązowy Janusz can complain about anything. Basically. So, Polish people are pretty nice, by the way, okay? But they have one specific problem. You guys have very low self-esteem, right? I mean, it's true. I'm sorry. You guys have really low self-esteem. It makes Indians feel better about themselves. They're like, fuck, these guys are the Indians of Europe. But why? I mean, what the hell is wrong with you people? Like, listen, you go to any country, right? Any country, apart from Poland, in Europe. Let's just say that you go to Germany, to the south of Germany, you go to Munich. Someone's here from Munich, yeah? You're from Munich, yeah? Where's the guy from Munich anyway? He's gone downstairs. So you come to Germany and they're like, oh, hello, welcome, guten Morgen, guten Tag, would you like a pint of beer? Let's talk about which country you're from. And they're nice people. I mean, Germans are nice, I never thought I'd say that, but okay, they're nice. You come to Poland, right? First time ever, come to Poland, land at the airport, get out of the airport. They're like, hello, so why Poland? And I'm like, it's nice to meet you too. Guys, come on, it's not that bad here. I mean, I know the weather sucks. It's like England, but at least the women look better. Come on. But, of course, I have an answer to this. I've been here for 2.5 years. Everybody asks me this all the time, and I have an answer to the question. They ask me why Poland, and I tell them a realistic answer, which is really cheesy, but it's true. I didn't choose Poland. Poland chose me. It's so cute. It's romantic as fuck. Basically, I was like working in Bombay and I'm like, okay, I'm 29, I gotta go for an exchange program, I wanna teach English in some part of the world. So I applied to 50 countries, literally, 50, right? Applied to 50 countries, waited at home for 3 months. Everything from Liechtenstein to Lithuania, right? And everything in the middle, and North Africa, and America, and Asia, and I'm waiting. Nobody's replying. It's been 1 month, it's been 2 months, it's been 3 months. Nobody's replying. At the end of the 3rd month, the first place to reply was SGH Warszawa. And they're like, hey, so there were no spelling mistakes in your email, so I guess you can teach us English for 2 months. I'm like, all right, looks like I'm going to Poland. Pack my bags, 2 weeks later, I'm landing in Poland. It's fucking beautiful, right? I'm like, wow, it's my first time in Europe, I'm so happy. I'm the only guy smiling in the whole airport, of course. And I'm like, yay, it's fucking great, it's Poland. And I'm like, I go to the immigration counter and there's this guy and he has like no expression on his face, right? And I'm like, oh shit, he's doing his job and he's serious and shit, I shouldn't be serious, I just stop smiling, but I don't stop smiling. I slide my passport, he looks at the passport, looks at me, I'm still smiling, he looks back at the passport, I'm like, oh, I should stop smiling, because in my picture I'm not smiling, so I stop smiling, then he looks at the picture again, but then I'm happy again, and he's like, fuck, he's gonna think I'm high on cocaine, I should stop smiling, I stop smiling, and then finally he let me go, after 10 minutes of this shit. I'm like, whoa, I made it, okay, didn't get deported, I'm happy I shaved. I go in and I walk in through the airport. I'm walking through the airport and I'm like, okay, this is weird. I mean, what's going on here? Why is everybody so sad? What's going on with this country? Did Lewandowski die while I was in the flight? Then I Googled and I checked, no, he's still alive. So what's going on? And then I realized, it just hit me. I had an epiphany. This guy at the immigration counter was not being serious because it was his job. He was just being Polish. That's the Polish face. And I walk out of the airport and I see everybody. And Indians just profile white people based on Hollywood movies we watch, right? All the Polish people, all the Polish men on the streets, you guys look like the henchmen from the James Bond movie, I'm sorry. Like not the main villain, not the important guy, like the henchmen, like who've been killed dime a dozen, right? I mean, just the look, and what do you want me to say? But it was amazing living in Warsaw for 2 months. I lived in the center, I lived on Szpitalna Jeden, what a coincidence, oh my god. And I lived with a Spanish guy, an Italian girl, an Algerian girl, and a Russian girl, right? They were teaching the respective languages, and I did some things for the first time in my life. I watched El Clasico, football, with a Spanish guy. I ate pasta with an Italian girl for the first time. I ate a kebab with an Algerian girl, because I don't know what else to do with an Algerian girl. And I had a white Russian. The drink, you fuckers, come on. It was bloody good. So then I moved to Kraków, and everything was fucking good, and been here for a bloody decent amount of time. And there's some things that happen only in Poland. Like, do you know that they legalized marijuana here? Do you know about that? Who smokes weed here? Come on. It's fine. It's no cops here. I would know, trust me. So yeah, smoking weed is cool, right? They legalized medicinal marijuana in Poland, and they came up with a really cool thing. You know what is a CBD joint? There's something called a CBD joint, which doesn't have any THC. So you can smoke it on the streets legally. You can buy a joint in a shop and just smoke it. It doesn't have any THC, and you keep the receipt. So if the cops stop you, you show them the receipt. So I'm like, hey, you can keep the receipt, right? How the hell are they gonna know later? Well, I didn't try that because I'm brown. But this one time I was at my friend's house and I ate a lot because I got gastrophasa. You know gastrophasa? I got the fucking munchies. I get it every time. Smoked a bunch of weed and I'm like, oh shit, I'm so fucking hungry. So I went to the gas station. I ate a Twix. I ate 2 packs of chips. I had a hot chocolate. I ate a baguette, a chicken baguette, I think. I ate 2 bacon sandwiches. I took 2 packets of chips with me on the way home. I was eating them as I reached home. I opened the fridge. I ate all the cheese that was in my fridge. I ate some chilies that were there. I didn't give a shit at that point of time. I'm like, oh my god, I am still hungry. Then there was a bottle of maple syrup, and I drank the bottle of maple syrup. And I'm like, oh, I'm still hungry, goddamn gastrophasa. And then, it's like, straight from heaven, I see on my shelf, there is a chocolate Lamborghini that I bought from the Christmas market. And I'm like, I was never gonna eat this, but desperate times. Desperate times. I took the fucking car, opened the packet, I ate it, but of course, to pay homage to Lamborghini, I ate it really fast. It was pretty satisfying. So talking about cars, do you guys know that there's this one fantastic event that happens in Poland every year? It's car racing. And Polish guys love their cars because they don't have personalities, so they need cars. Right? Like, oh, kurwa, you see my small Mustang, fastback, very nice. Anyway, whatever. They love cars, fast cars, they want to race cars. Can you guess what the name of this event is? It's racism. I shit you not, it is on the internet, I will show you later. The name of the event is RACEISM. Racism. I'm like, this is fantastic. Poland, you have outdone yourself. Because nobody in the whole fucking world has thought about this. They would make this event and it would be super successful and everyone's gonna love it and they're like, yes, finally racism from Poland is popular. Everybody in the world is gonna know Poland for racism. Yes, guys, you really thought this through. But trust me on this. Nobody beats Indians at racism. We are the most racist people on earth. Because we're brown, we're smack in the middle of the spectrum. You know, we're racist against everybody. The whole country is like a bloody color chart. Starting from the north, it's like really light European looking people, all the way to the north. By the time you reach South India and Sri Lanka, those guys are blacker than the guys in Brooklyn. Okay, I'm serious. You guys have no idea. And then we're racist on multiple levels. We discriminate and we hate people based on skin color, on caste, on religion, what part of the country you're from, what your creed, what's your mother tongue, what's your culture like, what's the recipe for your curry, all of that stuff. So that makes it really difficult to find a bride that your mother will like, you know. So that's why we invented this thing called arranged marriage. You guys know about that? It's great. We're so fucking lazy, even our wives are taken care of by our parents. They choose them for us. Wives or husbands, whatever, you know, parents are gonna find you a guy or a girl, you look at the photos, it's all good. But now it's like high tech and shit. Because 2019, we got the internet. So we got websites for this shit. Arranged marriage websites, right? IndianWeddings.com. It's really simple, I'm gonna explain it to you. It's exactly like Tinder, but you swipe with your parents. Mom on the left, Mom on the left, dad on the right, and she's like, no, this is not the right caste, left. And this is pretty much how it goes. And then something amazing happened last year in India. They basically anal sex was illegal. So basically gay sex was illegal in India because the British came up with that rule in the 18th century, and all the gays in India are like, oh, what the fuck, this is bullshit. And then finally last year the Supreme Court of India overruled that from the Indian Penal Code, by the way. It's called the Indian Penal Code. Yeah. It's Act 370. I can barely see you, what the fuck. So now it's legal to have anal sex. Anybody can have anal sex. That means being gay is not illegal anymore. So it was a fantastic historic ruling. Everybody in the country is happy. All the gay guys are coming out and they're like, I'm gay, mom, I have sex with other guys in the ass. It's all okay. But then my mom is like scared. My mother was worried because I haven't had a girlfriend in a while. And my mom sits me down and she's like, Adi, listen, you're 32 now. You have to get married. Now the thing is, I'm Hindu, okay? So it's a weird thing as Indian Hindus. You can't marry a Muslim girl. It's completely no, right? And you can't marry a black girl because whatever, because we're racist. We like people with white faces. So my mom is like, listen, Adi, now I don't care if you marry a black Muslim woman as long as it is a woman. I'm like, Mom, don't worry, I got this. I've got this. I'm gonna be just fine. And then I dated a Polish girl. Yeah, it was good. She fucking broke my heart. Really. I am heartbroken at the moment. And then I realized I did some research because I'm such a nerd. Heartbreak activates the same part of your brain, exactly the same part of your brain, as withdrawal from cocaine and heroin. It's true. Look it up. It makes perfect sense because all three activities are so fucking expensive, right? So I did something stupid, right? I went to her house after 3 months of not seeing her. I went to her house, I rang the bell, and she didn't open. She's like, no fucking way, Adi, I'm not letting you in. This is stalking. And she called, I'm gonna call the cops. I'm like, what the fuck? Okay, fine. She called the cops. She called the cops on me, but I called an Uber, and the Uber came first. Next time in Poland, guys, you're in trouble, call an Uber and get the fuck out of here. So, this reverse culture shock that happened to me when I went to Bombay. After 2 years of being here, I went to Bombay, and I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with this place? Why are there so many Indians here? And nobody's staring at me, I hate it, I don't feel special. And then I realized this, like, you know what the population of Bombay is? Guys, it's 30 million people in one city. It's fucking insane. And I'm like, why are there so many people here? And then I ate the food, I'm like, oh yeah, oh my god, the food is so good. Then I figured this theory out. The better the food, the more crowded the place is, right? Now you know why Poland is empty. Oh yeah, pierogies, yum yum yum. You gotta put some curry powder on them, because it's much better than. So my mom comes to Poland, first time outside of India. She comes to Poland, comes to Kraków, lands at the airport, gets up at the airport, right? First thing, she takes a deep breath and says, wow, the air is so fresh. Mom, in November? I was laughing, I'm like, okay mom, come on, get into the taxi, right? Get into the Uber, driving home, right, from the airport. It's like 15 minutes past. Mom looking outside the window, she's loving it, beautiful. And she tells me, Adi, wow, Kraków is such a beautiful place. Why doesn't anybody live here?
Cześć.
Me and the Uber driver were laughing for 10 minutes straight. And then I stopped laughing and told my mom, listen mom, after you live in Bombay, every single place in the world feels empty. It's just how it is. It's just how it is. Yeah, before I came to Poland, one friend of mine said, oh dude, Poland's a big country. I'm like, really? Okay, fine, let me find out. I come land here and I call him back, dude, it's not a big country. You just don't have any people here. Pretty much. So mom's like, what do you want to eat? And I made her eat pierogi and she hated it. So we went to the Indian shop and she bought like, I don't know, 500 kilos of Indian food and then she cooked it for me, so it was great. Then one night I was like, I'm back home, we're going out. I had enough of Indian food, we're going out to eat. I take her to a burger joint, yeah, we're eating a hamburger. And then, so the thing is, mom is like, what do you want to order? I want a chicken burger because mom eats chicken. And I ordered a proper hamburger with nice, big, juicy patty of beef. And my mom's staring at me, you can't eat beef? What is wrong with you? We're Hindus. This is not right. I'm like, mom, relax. This cow is not Hindu. This is the Polish cow. This is not Hindu at all. This is the blasphemous Christian cow. I'm just eating it and taking it out of his misery. You don't have to worry. It's absolutely fine. So mom's been here for a while, and my mom is a badass actually. She came here and she signed up for open mic and she went on stage and she performed. She wasn't funny, but you know I had to laugh. Shit, I have to send this video to mom. Okay, whatever. Do you guys want to ask me any questions about India? Because people don't understand the fact that India is not a country; it's a continent. Yeah. I mean, the difference between north and south of India is like Portugal and Russia. Yeah, but then there are no white people. It's just brown people. You guys have any questions you want to ask? I'm doing a little Q&A. I'm doing a little Q&A. What?
How are the women?
They're beautiful. They're beautiful. But the thing is, right, there's just like too many people. So there's too many beautiful women and there's too many, what's the word I'm looking for here? Unattractive women as well. Not so good looking women. So the ratio is a bit skewed, right? In Poland, the ratio is like, I mean, guys know this, there's a ratio in every country. Out of the 10 women you see on the street, like in Poland, it'll be like 7 out of 10 are gonna be pretty. But in India, it's like probably 5, yeah. But I've been on Tinder here. First time ever, I went on Tinder and it was great. I made a profile, I was smiling in my picture, and then I was like, I didn't get any matches whatsoever. Because I don't know what was going on. And then I changed my description. I said, okay, I'm Indian, but don't worry, I don't have an Indian accent. I don't work in IT, but I can fix your computer. So then I started getting matches, right? There's lots of people. And then there's this girl called Joanna. Is there a Joanna in the audience? There's Joanna, right? I matched with Joanna and I'm like, I was waiting to do this. I messaged her, hi Asha, I'm from Asia. Unmatched me right away, but it was totally worth it. Totally worth it. And then a bunch of other people, other girls were there, and I had this habit of sending a GIF. I wouldn't say anything, I would just send a GIF of Joey from Friends saying, hey, how you doing? Right? Because I mean, come on, I'm smooth, right? Yeah. But only one Polish girl met me. After 5 of them never replied to that, and then she explained to me, listen, when you sent me that GIF, I was thinking of you speaking in an Indian accent, saying, oh, how are you doing? I'm like, okay, that is a bad idea. Couple of culture shocks I've had in Poland, but just 2 of them that I want to talk about, okay? Yeah, the first one, I was sitting in my office. Lukas, you adopted 2, man? What the fuck? What's going on here? Look at you, look like white Django. Anyway, so, there's Poncho, whatever. Anyway, my friend was sitting in the office, and there was a mosquito in the room, and he's like, not bothered at all, and I start panicking because there's a fucking mosquito and I'm Indian. And I'm running around trying to catch this mosquito for like 2 minutes, and I catch it and I kill it, and I'm like, guys, calm down, everything's fine, the mosquito's dead. And then Shishek, he's like, Adi, there is no malaria in Poland. Like, fuck yeah, I'm happy about that. But then the same Shishek, he's my best friend from Poland, takes me to, do I have a couple of minutes, Mark?
But yeah, finish this one up.
Okay, so the same guy, he's a bit of an asshole, okay, but I love him. He's Polish, he takes me for Christmas to his village in Poland. It's close to Lublin. Anyone here from Lublin? Has anybody heard of this place called Radecznica? Radecznica, it's a monastery close to Lublin. Have you heard there's a smaller village close to Radecznica called Zaporze? Come on, even Polish people haven't heard of this place, right? So I'm like whispering in Shishek's ears, and I'm like, hey man, we're gonna go into this grocery store, but I wanna ask you something. So I'm like, and he's like, because it's Polish, right? So he's like, no expression on the face, because he's Polish. He's like, Adi, okay, maybe you are right. So I'm like, you wait here, I'm going in first. I walk in to the grocery store. I open the door. I put my foot in. And I like, pa-pa-pa-pa-pa, a small step for me, a giant leap for Indian kind. I was the first Indian in that grocery store ever. Ever. And that doesn't happen when you have 1.3 billion of us. And I was so excited. I started touching everything. Oh, I'm the first Indian to touch this. 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 And Shishak, this asshole, he's looking at the lady at the counter who's staring at me, and she somehow became paler than she already was. And he looks at her and he yells out loudly, so tell me, Ahmed, how did you swim from Syria? And that was the only time I used my Indian accent. And I said, no, madam, I am Indian. Thank you, I will come again. That's it for me, guys. I hope you had a good time. Thank you, and I hope you guys come again. Big round of applause for Marek for doing a fantastic job in this role.
Keep it going for Audi, guys. Okay, I don't know about you, but I cannot feel my toes. It's very cold. They do still have burgers that they're going to be serving for a while. If you guys like Kraków stand-up comedy and you don't follow us already, Kraków stand-up comedy on Facebook. And we've got our next headliner show on Sunday.